Hare Krishna. So we have come to the last section of 13th chapter, which starts from Shloka number 27 and will go up to the last Shloka, Shloka number 35. Now in this section, Krishna is going to speak about the vision of the person who can properly understand whatever Krishna has spoken till now. What all Krishna has spoken till now? He has spoken about Prakriti, material nature, Purusha, two Purushas, individual soul and the super soul. And then after that, Prakriti Purusha, Jnana, that is knowledge. So we saw elaborately the process of knowledge and knowledge. And then Jnana, Neya, that is the object of knowledge. So we understood about that also. And then Kshetra and Kshetragya. So we also saw about the body. We saw about the body, how the body is made with various 24 elements, and Kshetragya, so which we have already discussed. So now, the vision of the person who actually knows all this is spoken about Krishna now in this particular section. And in every verse we will see Krishna is speaking about how the person is seeing. How the person is seeing, what is his vision when it comes to Kshetra, Kshetragya, Prakriti, Purusha, Jnana, Neya. He's speaking about all that. So let's start with the first Shloka, Shloka number 27. Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam kshetra kshetragya samyogat tadvidhi bharatarshabha. So here Krishna is saying, O Bharatarshabha, O best among the Bharatas, O chief of the Bharatas. Now he's saying, Tadvidhi, know that. Now he's speaking. So he's saying, know that, Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam. Know that whatever you see, Yavat, whatever you see in the existence, both sthavara and jangama, that is moving and non-moving, is what? Kshetra, kshetragya samyoga is only the combination of two. Kshetra and kshetragya, that is knower of the field and the field of activities. So basically what Krishna is saying here is whatever you see around, anything that you see around is just a combination of kshetra and kshetragya. So let's see some of the very important points which Prabhupada is mentioning here. Both material nature and the living entity which were existing before the creation of the cosmos are explained in this verse. So hope we are clear. In one of the shlokas we had discussed elaborately on this point that how the material nature and we the living entities are anadi, beginningless. So here the combination of the two is spoken about, the material nature and the living entity. So whatever is created is but a combination of living entity and material nature. So whatever we are seeing around is just a combination of the two. Both the things will be present, material nature and the spirit soul. Now there are many manifestations like trees, mountains and hills which are not moving. And there are many existence which are moving. So sthavara and jangama. So sthavara, all the non-moving ones. Jangama, all the animate ones. All the human beings and quadrupeds and birds and all of that. So all of them, what are they? If suppose we ask what are they in general. So in just one simple line we can say that they are a combination of material nature, which is the inferior energy of the Lord, and the living entity, which is the superior energy of the Lord. Now without the touch of the superior nature, the living entity, nothing can grow. This is a very important point. It's not that the matter grows and then it comes into life. No. Let's talk about the human beings. When the male and female they unite, when the semen and ovum are combined to form the zygote, so what happens? Is it that after the embryo, it starts growing, the fetus starts growing and so on and so forth, and then finally at one point of time, the life comes in the baby? Is it so? The soul, the spirit soul, it travels through the semen into the womb of the mother. And since the semen is present, since the Jivatma is present, the soul is present on the semen as an agent, so what happens? Due to that combination, the soul is already there. And because of the presence of the soul, the superior energy of the Lord, that particular zygote, that particular combination of semen and the ovum that is there, it starts growing, it starts developing. That's how in 9 months, because of the presence of the soul, the baby develops fully. And then finally, the baby is delivered from the womb. So this is a very important point to note, that because of the presence of the spirit soul, the matter can grow. Matter cannot grow by itself. And we can see that very clearly. If a dead body is there, a small baby whose dead body is preserved, say, so will that dead body grow? No. Why? Because the superior energy of the Lord Spirit Soul is missing. So this is a very important point that is mentioned here. So everything that we see around is basically a combination of the two. Now the relationship between matter and nature is eternally going on, and this combination is affected by the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is the controller of both the superior and the inferior natures. The material nature is created by him, and the superior nature is placed in this material nature, and thus all these activities and manifestations take place. So who is the Sutradhar? Who is the one who is manifesting all this? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what all things he is doing? First, he creates the material nature. And he's creating the material nature, he's manifesting the material nature, and then he is placing the living entities in the material nature. So the matter is there now, and now the living entities are there. By the combination of the two, the entire thing will manifest. So when it comes to the Sutradhar, when it comes to the controller, it is Krishna who is doing everything here. So in this way, here we clearly understand that all the moving and non-moving entities who are there around us, they are the combination of the Kshetragya, that is the spirit soul, who is the superior energy of the Lord, and Kshetra, that is the material nature, or to narrow down, that is this body. So now after speaking this, now Krishna is going to speak about their separate individual existence. Whatever we have spoken about the two entities, he is going to speak about the vision of the person who sees the separate existence of the two entities. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.